So, a little background. In our review of virtual reality 2, I wanted to, of course, talk about the original, like giving context for the experience. Actually, as I record this, I haven't played number 2 yet, so I'm excited to see what it's about. The first one, the first entry, virtual reality, is much beloved by people in the VR community because it has a lot of inside humor, but also humor related to just I don't know tech startups and Silicon Valley generally. Let's start with the premise. So the premise is you, the player, are human in a world that has basically been taken over by AI, and actually it's kind of a reversal of roles because in the world we have now, AI works in the service of the humans. They kind of flip that around and just talk a lot about the relationship between the two. The premise is you work for a company, I think it's called Activitude, and you are doing a lot of menial tasks for different AI entities, and you get a rating based on that. It is a strong parody, if we can say that. It's a parody of the gig economy. so, like how the standard workforce has evaporated and disappeared in many ways, and we are kind of left with doing the little things that AI is incapable doing right now effectively, like delivering your food, or I don't know what else people do. Drive cars. Yeah, I mean they could do that, but yeah, like Uber drivers and so forth. So you're doing these little tasks, and they're comical tasks, like you are like putting toast on a piece of sentient a piece of sentient butter. You are like doing some gardening for like an AI pinwheel that likes gardens, and a lot of things like that. It's a bit absurdist, but life is absurd. There is that. But the game also has a lot of references that people who know tech a bit would be familiar with. For example, the I guess you could call him the antagonist in the story. Chaz, he has a love interest named Eliza, and Eliza was the name of the first AI chatbot, I guess. And yeah, they were supposed to start a company together, and like Chaz went in a different, more ambitious direction, kind of like uploading consciousness, uh, like into like a metaverse, if you want to call it that. Yeah, there are references to that. There are a lot of references to tech startup owners, and you see it charted out kind of in the boss scene. References to like Elon, Mark, Helen, um, who else? Bill. So I'm only using first names, but yeah, they're only given as first names, and we're meant to like fill in the blanks if we know who we're talking about, like the people who created this virtual world. Hi, uh, that we live in. So in addition to that, one of my favorite characters is the whale. That that is a deep cut for the Magic Leap. Of course, Magic Leap is a company that a lot of other VR startups are very resentful of because they got enormous wealth, and their contribution has been a bit disproportionate to the amount of money that they got. So a lot of people are resentful and think that money would have been better spent elsewhere. But they got all of their billions because of a giant blue whale that jumped out of a gymnasium floor, and to the amazements of everybody there. So yeah, that's shows the importance of a good promotional piece. Yes, but people at the time, and of course since then, understand that the whole whale thing was nonsense. It, it isn't that impressive. Like there's nothing special about it, and they've grown to hate the whale, but the whale's living in her glory days. Anyway, so yeah, there's a Magical Leap reference there too, and and yeah, just they're kind of parroting a lot of hi a lot of the attitudes that you see by quote unquote thought leaders anyway. Like just talking about the grand potential for their technology and how their technology is going to change the world for the better. And I guess the subtext for that is that you don't like improve general well-being by quantifying quantifying everything that we do through rating systems, like measuring for like efficiency or even trying to find sometimes the biggest market, which of course is what all of these startups are trying to do. Like they're just trying to maximize profits. But like the message that I take away from that is that like, hey, like if you're always looking for the largest market and serving them, then you're just leaving out a lot of people. Um, and on top of that, like even though I agree with automating really as much as possible, like many of the things we do because they are menial and unsatisfying. Like you can't like you have to have like um I don't know a system of values, like something to fill the vacuum of time and thought in where that come from, thought energy that comes with um work. Anyway, so anyway, the virtual reality one, I love it as an experience. It just shows the real potential of narratives within virtual reality, because I think a lot of creators make the mistake of trying to replicate how stories are told through film, um, in a 2D medium with something that's like truly immersive like this. And like it's countless. Like you see a lot of stories like this. These very linear, non-interactive stories of people just walking around, and yeah, they look somehow impressive. But if you think for a minute, it's like, oh, what if we took that immersive experience and made it into something two-dimensional? It's like, one, yes, it's possible. It's very possible to do that, and two, as a film, it wouldn't be that impressive. So, are we in love with the story, or are we in love with the technology? And very often it's like just the technology. But you have experiences like a virtual reality one, and another one of my favorites, forgotten favorites, Accounting Plus, that give a narrative that you could not tell in any other way. It's just impossible. So, and they don't rely on gimmicks or things like that. It's just they were conceived as VR experiences rather than just a story that is imported, like shoehorned. Like it's my favorite word these days. An idea that was shoehorned into VR. And everybody is like, oh, it's so impressive. What a visionary. Mm, meh, it's debatable. Anyway, so all right, on to virtual reality 2.